So now that you can see that we got our bike put back together here, one thing you want to keep in mind when you are installing your brake light back onto your motorcycle is you want to make sure that you've tucked it safely up underneath the rear fender, zip tied everything together so you have nothing loose that's hanging. So now that we've done that, we want to switch over to the helmet side of things and show you how to switch out the brake light kit for the light that already comes installed. Already installed from the factory out of the box is the LED light that has 3 different settings on it. You have it to where it's solid on, a slow flash, and then a fast flash. So once you hit it the 4th time, you notice that it puts it in the off mode, which is why it's very critical to make sure that you switch out the light that comes in the helmet with the LED brake light that comes in the kit. So the 2 tools that I like to use for this are just a small Phillips screwdriver and then a flat blade screwdriver. You'll notice first that we'll start by going ahead and disconnecting the power from the light. To do that, slide up on this cover and you'll notice that it exposes a small Phillips screw. We will remove that screw from the helmet and then the battery cover will come off. As you can see, we've exposed our batteries that will run the LED light. So now that we have the cover removed, you can see that it exposes the 2 AAA batteries that it takes to run the LED light. So we'll go ahead and remove the power from the helmet. By doing that, pull up on this and then just go ahead and disconnect this wire from the battery box. We can place it to the side for now, and then we can work on removing the light. To do that, I'll take my small flat blade screwdriver and I'm going to take off the cover off this LED light just by simply prying up one edge in order to get it loose and then pulling gently to release all the tabs. With this, I'll also go ahead and remove the gel diffuser that is in between the LED light and the cover. So now that you can see that we've got our lens cover off, we'll need to go ahead and remove these rear vents here on the side. By doing that, I typically like to start on the top here and work my way out towards the edge just by pulling gently and then clipping the vents. Now that we have our vent covers off, you'll notice that we've now exposed 2 more small Phillips screws. We'll go ahead and remove these screws from the helmet. And set them to the side. So now that both of our screws are out on each side, we'll go ahead and remove the LED light that comes factory installed from the helmet. We can set this one to the side, and we're going to pick up the light that comes in our LED brake light kit. We're going to take this wire and fish it in between the shell and the EPS and make sure that it came through on the top side so we can rehook our battery box. We'll go ahead and insert our screws to hold in the LED light kit. So now that our LED light is in place, we'll want to go back up to the top of the helmet and connect our battery back to the LED light. To do that, simply just plug it in, and then you're going to tuck this back into the slot for the battery box. Once you have done that, it's now time to go ahead and reinstall our battery box cover. So now that we have the light back installed to the helmet and it hooked to the battery box here on the top of the helmet, we can go ahead and reinstall our vent covers. To do this, take this tab, slide it in between the shell of the helmet and the LED light cover, and press back on our vents. We can do the same on the other side. So now that we've got our helmet back together and the transmitter installed on our bike here, we're now ready to make sure this thing works. One of the great features about buying the LED brake light kit is you still get the same 3 features that you do on your standard helmet if you choose to use them. So you have your steady on, a slow flash, a fast flash. You'll notice once we press it a 4th time, the light will come on and fade to the off position. And then once we press it the 5th time, it now puts it in the brake light mode. So we're going to check to make sure this thing syncs up with our brake light and go ahead and test the brake. As you can see, everything is paired up and you're now ready to ride. So now that we're synced up and you're ready to ride, we're going to let you get back to it. Please check back to gmaxhelmetsusa.com for further information and details.